very hard to predict the future, but today we're doing exactly that. I'm going to tell you what you should be doing for certain events throughout the year of Ultimate Team in order for you to make millions of coins. And we know this because EA tend to go through the exact same cycle every single year with certain events. So we can take a very good educational guess of what you must do. But before we do get into the video, if you're looking to really get a head start, then there is no better place than U4GM. U4GM offers cheap, fast and reliable EAFC coins so that you don't need to time every single event perfect. You could be a bit more relaxed because you can buy the players that you want to buy when you want to buy them. Simply use the link in the description down below, select how many coins you would like and the platform that you play on. And to make this deal even better, you can also use Fanatic at checkout to get a 10% discount. Reminder, there is a link in the description down below. Thank you U4GM for sponsoring today's video. So we know exactly what type of events and also how to prepare for them because it is the same every single year. That's why I can comfortably say that you will be able to make millions of coins because it's something that I've done as well as many other players have done every single year up until this point. And it's likely going to be exactly the same this year. So before we start looking too far into the future, let's talk about right now. Right now, there are two things that happen. The first thing you may have missed out on, although you may also be able to find some players which could potentially increase. But this is for the high rated desirable players. Typically on the release of Ultimate Team, with that being the Ultimate Edition and Standard Edition, there will be a gradual increase in these desirable players as people start the game, build up their coins, and then buy into these players to build their team. This typically happens and you see this increase from the moment Ultimate Team releases to middle of October. The fact that we're getting close to that date may mean that you've already missed this opportunity. But if you already have some of those big players in your club, hold them just a little bit longer. The other thing that you can do right now is buy into any type of special card which is valued 10,000 to about 50,000 coins. Why? Well, these players tend to gradually increase. When EA releases a promo, those special cards are only available within packs for that week. By the time that promo expires, those players are taken out of packs. It means at that current moment, that's the highest amount of supply you'll have for that player. But as time goes on, EA releases SBCs. Those SBCs require Team of the Week players, special cards, and gradually that supply goes down. The demand itself stays the same even for those who aren't seen as desirable within game, but they will gradually increase. And if you have a hard time believing this, you can use a site such as FootWiz to go back to the previous Ultimate Teams, find the first lot of Team of the Weeks going from Team of the Week 1 up to Team of the Week 30 and see how they gradually increase as time goes on. It's not an overnight success, it could take a few weeks, potentially a few months, but they do increase. Now let's actually start fast forward into the future for some major events. The first one to talk about is Black Friday. Black Friday is typically when we see our first major market crash. This is where we see a very steep dip in player prices. This is normally because EA releases lightning rounds. This is where EA will release packs to the store for a very limited time, we're talking less than an hour, or they'll release a certain number of packs and once they're gone, they're gone. But they'll keep on doing this for a different type of pack every single hour. For those who have the coins or have the money to buy into FC points, they go absolutely crazy, leading to there being a huge increase in the amount of players listed onto the transfer market, thus forcing player prices to go down. In order to prepare for this, a lot of people end up selling their team before maybe a few days or even a few weeks in order to maximize the most amount of coins, and then they buy that exact same team back just a few days later. But this has also led to another issue, and this will be a reoccurring theme throughout this video, where because people are now preparing a few days or even weeks in advance, that also causes a market crash. The next big event to talk about is not so much an event, as there could be several, but it's mainly a period of time. This is from the 1st of December all the way up to the beginning of February. Yes, I know, that does take up quite a long period of time. However, this is because there are several events. Firstly, going into December, we have EA releasing the festive promo, the Christmas promo, whatever it is that they're going and planning to do this year. Sometimes they will reward players based on just signing into Ultimate Team. There tends to be a bit more content, a lot more SBCs, a lot more objectives to go through. We can't forget, by the time we get to Christmas, there will be some players who are gifted EA Sports FC as part of their Christmas present. They log on for the first time and potentially they have some FC points to spend. But the biggest catalyst as part of December is actually an event that happens towards the end of January, which is Team of the Year. Team of the Year offers the biggest and best players. And because of this, people prepare within December itself, rather than waiting last minute just before Team of the Year, similar to what we said with Black Friday. In December, those who are going through their game modes in order to claim as many packs as possible, they will do that, but they will not open those packs. They will save them. Also, alongside doing this, they'll also sell off their team, very similar to what we said about Black Friday, because they know the market will crash leading up to Team of the Year and after Team of the Year in January, and then they'll buy back their team early February for a fraction of the price. And that does also mean with this, there is a gradual decline from December going all the way to the end of January. And when Team of the Year is released, there is a sudden dip again into the market because people sell off their team last second to buy into packs. Plus also those who did save as many packs as possible are now opening them. And we can't forget those who do normally go and buy FC points to buy into as many packs as possible. Huge crash. But then there are some massive players that take their place. Anyone that gets a Team of the Year card, apart from the goalkeeper, but everyone else is valued 1 million coins plus. Goalkeeper, probably 500-600k plus. And the only other time in which this type of preparation happens is for Team of the Season. Now, when people prepare for Team of the Season, it does feel like it gets earlier and earlier every single year. It starts to feel like it's late February, beginning of March. But it wouldn't surprise me this year if people started the second Team of the Year finished. And this is where they do the exact same thing. They start to prepare by selling off their most expensive players when they go through the big game modes. Instead of opening their packs immediately, they'll save them in the store. And then we fast forward all the way to Team of the Season where that promo takes place. And it's similar to Team of the Year in that you always get these amazing blue cards. They are my favorite type of cards, both Team of the Year and Team of the Season. But Team of the Season goes on for 3 months, whereas Team of the Year only goes on for 2 weeks. Team of the Year offers 11 players, which will get Team of the Year cards, and then you get Team of the Year honorable mentions. Team of the Season, on the other hand, will go through every single major league and will include the best players from every single one of those leagues getting an insanely boosted, high-rated card. And it's no surprise, very similar to what we said about Team of the Year, why people will then go through Team of the Season and do the exact same thing. These are some of the major events of the year, and how you prepare for them is the exact same every single year. Selling the players that you're not using who are still valuable, claiming as many coins as possible, trading, and in some cases saving packs. This is what people tend to do. And I'm not saying that you need to follow this exactly, but for those who do end up selling those more expensive players in their club and then trading, tend to be able to make a hell of a lot more coins than anyone else. This is a time period where they're able to claim back those coins, increase their overall coin balance by trading, but at the exact same time, player prices are decreasing. Suddenly there becomes this spread where after a particular type of event happens, you are able to buy back players for a fraction of the price. And that can be huge. If timed correctly, you may not even need to trade. Towards the end of FIFA 23 Ultimate Team, I had around 4 million coins. I stopped trading a long time ago, hence why there wasn't many trading methods. But because I was able to time me selling players correctly, I still had about 4 million coins towards the end of the year. But my team gradually increased in its overall rating because player prices dropped so much lower. And they always dropped at a time when I wasn't really using them or didn't have them in my club. So my coins stayed there, the rest of the market went down in value, and I was able to continuously keep on building a bigger and better team despite not actually dedicating that much time to the game. Now, of course, with all of this, and I know there'll be comments that you're talking about preparing for these major events and it's way too early. Yes, 100%, it is way too early. But I wanted to share this. I wanted to share this because the second that I upload a video saying that people are preparing is also the point in which it's probably a bit too late. So I can upload this video now, you can carry on doing your thing, keep it into the back of your mind, and once it does come time and you set a date that you're going to do certain things, you can do those without the need for me to upload a video and tell you again, or anyone else for that matter, which is more powerful than anything. Not to mention that I've only gone through the big events. So you can make your choices on what other events that you can prepare for, which happens every single year. If you don't know those other types of events, you can just type in Ultimate Team Calendar and there are loads available. They tell you every single event that is likely to take place for every single week until FC24 Ultimate Team ends and we go into FC25. If you're interested in earning coins now, then I highly recommend clicking that next video on screen. That method shares some easy risk-free trading methods that you can use right now in order to make hundreds of thousands of coins. So click that and I'll be over there to guide you through absolutely everything.